क्या करें?
Can you see my screen?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So yesterday we were discussing about the access modifiers. Okay. So in access modifiers we have different access modifiers: private, default, protected, and public. So out of those, we are left with protected access specifier that I will be dealing at later point of time. Okay. For now, just I wanted to recollect once again. So what is private, default, and public? So I wanted to hear from you, like, so what is the scope of a private modifier, private access modifier?
Within the class.
Yeah, within the class. So what about public access modifier?
Everywhere.
Yeah, it is everywhere. So what about default package, default access modifier?
Within the package.
Yeah, within the package. So that is fine. So now I wanted to ask some question. Okay, so based on that, you can suppose I have a scenario like this. Suppose I have a scenario like this. Okay, so I have a variable in class A. Okay, I have a variable in class A that is in package name AA. Okay, so I have a class A inside package AA. Okay, so that class variable I wanted to access in class B, that is from package BB. What is the access modifier I have to use?
Public.
Public.
Yeah.
Okay, so any other opinions?
Can you repeat the question again?
Yeah, I have a variable in class A. That class A is from a package AA, let's say. Okay, so now I wanted to use this class A variable in class B. That class B is from a package BB. You,
Uh,
you got my,
Public.
yeah, yeah, public. Okay,
If it is directly, it is public.
okay.
We use through public method also, like
Mm-hmm.
other purpose.
Okay. What
Indirectly.
other thing? Uh, yeah, Pratap, you told right?
Yeah, public.
Yeah. Okay. So it is public. Okay. So the reason being is it is residing in two different packages, A and BB. Okay. If you wanted to access outside of the package or outside of the your application, okay. So then you have to go for the public access modifier. Okay. Last question. So
Excuse me, sir.
yeah,
Actually, I'm getting some resound.
yeah.
I
I
think because others
Uh,
have to
I
unmute. That's why.
have to unmute. Nasreen, can you please mute?
yeah, yeah. That's great now. Yeah, let me ask another question, something like this. So I have a variable, okay? So that variable I wanted to use in only my class, okay? So I don't want to use in any other classes or in any other packages. Then what should be my access modifier?
Private.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so now I have a variable, okay? So that is not given with any access modifier, that is not given with any access modifier, then what could be my access specifier?
Default.
Default, right? So if you are not writing anything means that would be treated like a default. Okay, so that is what we have learned from the yesterday's session. and today we are going to see static. Okay, I hope you have already got this PPT, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Please go through that. Okay, and you can go through the course contents also. And today we are going to see static keyword. So we have already discussed static variable, is it not?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so can you try to recollect what is a static keyword? The reason static keyword means, I mean static variable. So earlier in the earlier sessions, so we have learned different types of variables. So one type of variable is static variable. So what is a static variable?
That can be accessed without the object.
Right. Okay. So that is more of related to a class rather than instance. Is it not? Okay. So if you consider any other variable, so that is dependent on instance of that particular class. But whereas coming to static variable, it is dependent on class. It is dependent on class. Okay. If you are writing a static variable in the same class, in one class, and you are using in the same class, means you don't need to depend on either class name or object of that particular class. You can directly access that variable. Is it not? Any confusion in this statement? No, I guess. Okay. And if you have a static variable, okay, so that is declared in one class, and that static variable you wanted to access from another class. You got my point? So if that is the case, so how to get that static variable?
Class name dot variable.
Right. Okay. So here also you don't need to depend on the object of that particular class. You can dependent on class name. So class name dot. Okay. So that is what we have seen in our uh, program, where like one second. I have some scenario. I wanted to code this actually. So in the predefined package demo, right? See here. So this math.sqrt of I. So what it is? So this sqrt, can you see that sqrt functionality over here? No, right? But still, you can guess, like not guess. You can say that sqrt is a static method. Agreed or not?
Yes.
Agreed.
Agreed, right? So the reason being is you are taking help of class name, not object of that particular class. So this math is a class. This math is a class coming from a java.lang package. Okay. So that means, so math.sqrt means you don't need to look at the functionality, or you don't need to look at the syntax. Okay, how it is being implemented, that you don't need to look at. Okay, so just by the usage, how it is being called, so just by seeing that, you can say that, so this sqrt is a static method. Even if you place mouse over, okay, here you can see this is the static method. Can you see that? Okay, so that is how we can use static methods also. So earlier we have focused on only static variables. So now we are going to see different, like different usage. Like static can be applied to a variable, static can be applied to a, let me show you. See here, static can be applied to a method, static can be applied to a constructor. Okay, that we will see. Static can be applied to a class. Okay, so there are different flavors of static. Okay, so those we are going to cover for today. Okay, so prior to that, just I wanted to ask another question. What is a constructor? What is the use of a constructor?
To reduce the number of lines and to improve performance.
Okay.
Class name is same as constructor name
Okay.
with no return type.
Okay. So yeah, these are the rules you have to follow while you are creating a constructor. That is great. Okay. So now my question is, can we have a static constructor? Okay, so prior to that, just I wanted to go through this slide, and then I wanted to explain, like, static keyword in Java is used for memory management only. Okay, so what it is saying, it is for memory management. So how can we say that it is for memory management? Okay,
No need to keep the objects.
no, of course you are not dependent on the object. Of course you are not dependent on the object, but still you are going to take help of the class name, right? If it is outside of the class.
Right.
Okay, and as you pointed out, that is one of the reason. The reason is like we are not creating an object. Okay, without creating an object, we are directly calling them. Not only that, there are some other features. There are some other features that you will be recognizing in the program, that I will be dealing in a program. Don't worry for now. Okay. So now the second statement I have quoted over here is static keyword can be applied to variables, methods, blocks, and nested classes. You got my point, right? So that is what we have already discussed. Is there anything missed out over here? Do you feel something missed out over here?
Constructor.
I mean, variables you know, methods you know, blocks you don't know, I think. Okay, and nested classes you don't know, but still there is something you already learned and that is missed over here. Can you identify that? We just discussed.
Constructor.
Yeah, constructor. Okay, so that means what it is saying from this statement, what it is saying is we cannot have static variable, static keyword to a constructor. That is what this statement says, is it not? We can apply the static keyword to variables, methods, blocks, and nested classes. Means what about remaining things? We cannot apply to them. That is what I can say. Is it not?
Yes.
Okay. So whenever you are facing an interview, okay, on Java, you will be definitely asked this question. So can we have static constructors? Okay. So either you will be saying yes or no. Okay. You have to justify your answer. Okay. So that we are going to learn through a program. Don't worry for now. Okay. So I'll be explaining. Okay. So third point here I have quoted is the static keyword belongs to the class than instance of the class. That you already seen, is it not? Static variable more of related to a class, not to the object, is it not? That is what you have already learned in static variable itself. Okay, and the next point here is Java static property is shared to all objects. What it is saying, Java static is shared to all objects. What does it mean? Okay, so that means if you are creating a static variable, that static variable can be shared among all the objects. Objects means we are going to create object to that particular class. Okay, you can create number of objects, and that n number of objects can share the static variable. What I'm saying, can access the static variable. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, can share the static property. You got my point? Okay. So if not, you will be understanding in your program. Don't worry. So let me go to the program. So there you will be getting clear cut idea. Okay. So whatever the 4 points we have discussed, those I will be explaining in your program. Okay. So let me go back to the program. So I think last point you have not understood. Java static property is shared to all objects. Okay. So let me explain that. So what is this error? Can someone identify this error? The reason why I'm asking is, okay, while you are practicing, you might be end up with this kind of errors. Okay, so you should be able to resolve on your own. So that's the reason why I'm seeking help from you. Okay, it doesn't mean like I cannot resolve this issue. Okay, so that you understand, I think. Okay, so can you help me out to resolve this error?
Please check whether
So
the
what
method.
exactly, yeah, how to resolve this issue? Please see here. So we are creating an object to addition. Okay, so for this class, we are calling addition method. So first go to addition class and check is there any method with addition with two variables. Yeah, it's there, but still it is showing error. Sometimes it happens for you too. Okay, so then how to resolve that error? You should understand this. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm pointing out here. Any guesses?
Please go to edition.java. Yeah.
Sorry.
Please go to edition.java.
Okay. 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 Don't think much. Actually, it is not program mistake. It is not program mistake. It is Eclipse IDE mistake. Okay. So that you have to understand. So that's the reason why I have asked you to answer. Okay. So now I'll be answering this. Okay. Please try to understand that. So whenever some scenarios like this, you have already this code and with everything is there, but Eclipse is not able to identify that. So in that case, what you have to do is like you have to go to this project. Okay, so till now we have been using only file to create new project and something like that. So now it's time to understand this project tab also. Okay, so this project, click on this project, and here you can see build automatically is tick mark checked one. So are you looking in your machines? Please, if not, please try to check this option. What is there for you? Could you please tell me?
Yeah, it was checked
Yeah,
in my machine.
you should have this option, I think. So that is being selected.
Yes.
Yes, right? Okay. So if it is selected, please make sure that that is not selected. Okay. So that means when you click on that, it will be gone. Again, you have to open. See now, it is gone now. Please make sure that build automatically is not being selected. Okay, so why I am asking you to unselect that build automatically? So what does it mean by build is like whatever the Java programs you are writing, those programs first you have to compile and then you can run to see the results. These are the two steps you have to follow. But whereas coming to this Eclipse IDE, okay, it reduces our effort in the form of like you don't need to bother about compilation. Okay, you can just leave it to me, that I will take care. That is what being told by this Eclipse. Okay, so that means we are not compiling our program. Compilation is automatic. Okay, so compilation is automatic is nothing but build is automatically. Okay, so that means build is automatic. Okay, so if you unselect that means so that automatic compilation, I mean this automatic build is not done. Okay, so in that case what you have to do is you have to go to clean. You have to go to clean, click on that, and here you will be getting a pop-up window. Okay, so there you will be selecting option. Maybe you might have option like this. I think clean all projects might have got selected, now you have to change like this. So clean project selected below, and then click on our selected project, and then build only selected projects. Why? Because you may have n number of projects. You don't want to clean everything at a time. Okay, you don't want to clean everything at a time, but you wanted to focus on only our project. So in that case, you can choose this option, clean project selected below. That means I wanted to choose only one, and here also build only the selected projects. Okay, so now what is this clean? What it does exactly? See here, here itself you can see. So clean will discard all build problems and build states. Okay, so the next time a build occurs, the project will be rebuilt from scratch. So that means what it is saying is, what this clean and build, what exactly it does is, like earlier we have seen a problem like you have code and that is not being recognized by the Eclipse. So that means Eclipse is not in sync with our code. Okay, so if that is the case, you have to do this clean build. You have to do this clean build manually. Okay, so if you wanted to do like that, so then you have to choose this option. Okay, so let me cancel and let me come back so that you will be able to remember. So clean, so first you have to unselect this and then clean, come here, clean project selected below, and then choose your project and then build only the selected projects. Okay, so now, okay, see now, error gone,
So I
right?
can't delete anything, right?
Sorry. Nasrin, you said something?
Yeah, so if we do clean, so it doesn't delete any program or something,
No, it doesn't.
right? Okay.
Okay, so that is what you can see. Any error now? It was gone, right? Okay, so that is how you can rectify or resolve that kind of issues. You may encounter these kind of issues while you practice. Okay, so as we have already encountered with this error, just I wanted to highlight that, and I wanted to make sure like you understood this. Okay, so that is what I tried. Okay, so now let's move back to our concept, that is static. Any other questions you have? Shall I proceed further?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So just I wanted to create a class. So my class name would be something like this, static keyword demo. So I wanted to see public static void main also in my class. So for that, I'm just using. So now here, so as you have already learned static variable, but still just I wanted to static that complete small letters, static int I equal to 7. Okay, so if you wanted to access that variable means without directly you can print I. See here, you are not depending on instance of this particular class, is it not? So you are directly calling with the variable name. So that is what being you can observe. And now, as like static variable, we have a static methods also. Okay, so till now we have been writing non-static methods. So non-static methods are something like, Can you see my screen, right? Okay, so now here, so what is this show method? Show method with return type void. What does it mean by void? It is not going to return any value. Whatever the print statements you have, that println statements are being executed. Okay, but it is not going to return any value. That is what this void says. What about this public? So this is a public access specifier method. So that means you can access this anywhere else. Okay, so now you understood completely. And coming to this class, so this class is a public, means this class you can access from anywhere else. Okay, so now we are going to say this method as a non-static method. Agreed or not? Because we have not used any static keyword to that, so that's the reason why I wanted to classify that as a non-static method. Okay, so now you have seen non-static method and we have been using them. So now I wanted to create a static method. So public static void some display. So here also I wanted to have some sysout static method. Okay, so now if I wanted to access static method, means I can directly call display, is it not? Because it is in the same class, you don't need to depend on the you don't need to depend on either instance of the class or class name. You got this point, right? So as like a static variable, we have a static method, so that you can directly access, that you can see. And again, if you wanted to access this non-static method, means how to access this non-static method?
To create the object.
Create an instance.
Yeah, we have to create an object. So with that object only we can call. So that you already understood. Okay. So that means I'm not going to highlight that. So let's try. So I'm just calling this display, no compilation error, as you can see. So now let me compile and execute this program. See now, are we getting output? Yes, 7 and static method. 7 is from here and this is from display. So that is static method. So that means from this what you can understand is static method is more of kind related to a class, not to the instance of that class. Agreed? Okay. So as like a static variable, we have static method also. Okay, but here there are some rules you have to follow, something like this. So prior to that, just I wanted to create object for this class and to call that non-static method. St.show. Okay, so if I execute this program, I will be getting from non-static method also. Okay, so that you already learned, nothing new here. Okay, to discuss. So now I wanted to highlight this thing. So I wanted to use this I variable. I is a static variable, right? I is a static variable. Okay, so that static variable I wanted to access inside a static method. See here, I wanted to use this static variable over here. Okay, so now is there any compilation errors? No, right? Okay, so now what would be my output? I will be getting output, right? So control S and control F11. See here, static method 7 you are getting here. There is no issues. So from this what we have to understand is static variables are accessed inside a static method. Agreed? Okay, so now I wanted to use the same variable in non-static method. Can I use? Is there any compilation error you see? No, right? So let me execute this program, Control S and Control F11. See here we are getting 7 and here also we are getting 7. Okay, so from this what we can conclude is static variables are accessible in non-static method as well as static method. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so that means static variables are accessible in static methods as well as non-static methods. Okay, so now I wanted to take another example. So where I have j equal to 9. Okay, so what is the access modifier for this variable?
Default.
Default. That's great. What about this j equal to 9? So this also default. Okay. So now I wanted to access this j value over here. So for that, so just I wanted to have some double quotes. Any confusion why I'm writing this? So in double quotes, you can write anything, whatever you wish, you can write. Okay. So compiler is not going to bother about that. Whatever you are writing, that is going to be printed in your console. That's it. Okay. So just I wanted to differentiate values of I and j with some symbols, some special characters. So that is what I was trying over here. Okay. So now Control S and Control F11. What is the output? We are getting 7 as well as 9. Okay. So from this, what we can conclude is non-static method can access static variables as well as non-static variables. Can I say like that? Yeah, let me come again. Non-static method can access static variables as well as non-static variables. This is a non-static variable, right? Any doubt you have? No, right? Okay. So here you are using static means that is a static keyword, static variable, and here you are not using means that is a non-static variable. That's it, as simple as such. Okay. So now what we have already learned is non-static method can access static variables as well as non-static variables. Okay. What about the static?
You cannot access J.
What is that? Can you just come again?
So you cannot access normal variables in static methods
Okay.
directly.
Okay. You are just guessing or what?
No, I know. I just tried the
Okay.
morning, so I'm
Okay.
not able to.
Okay. Okay. That's great. So now I wanted to make sure everybody understood this thing. So just I wanted to have here J. See here. What it is saying? Error, right? Compilation error, right? Okay. So when you place mouse over, what it's saying? Cannot make a static reference to the non-static field J. Okay. So what does it mean? You cannot access non-static variable inside a static method. Okay. So from this what we can conclude is static method can access only static variables, but whereas coming to non-static method, it can access both static variables as well as non-static variables. Any confusion? Okay, let me come again if that is the case. Non-static method can access both static variables and non-static variables. But whereas coming to static method can access only static variables. That is what we learned from this program, right? Is it not? Okay, so that's the reason why just I wanted to remove this J. Okay, and here just I wanted to have code something like non-static not accessible. Okay, so you should be able to recollect at later point of time. I'm going to share these programs also probably today, so that it would help you. I think you are not waiting for my programs. You have been practicing on your own. That is what I believe. Okay, if you are not practicing, please do practice. Okay, so you have number of programs in the website, whatever I have given you. Okay, so let's go back to our slide. See here, there are two main restrictions for the static method. What are they? The static method cannot use non-static data member, right? So that is what we have already learned, or call non-static method directly. Okay, so what it is saying, first thing we have understood. What is this? So a static method cannot access the static variable, it is saying, or call non-static method directly. So that means, so it is not going to call the static method also. Sorry, non-static method also. Okay. So let me go back to the program and I will try to understand. I will make sure that you will be understanding this. So now here I have a non-static method. Okay. So I have a static method here. So now I wanted to access this display method, the display method in non-static method. Can I access? You can very well access, right? Is it not? Am I confusing you?
We can access.
We can access, right? Okay, so that means, so non-static method is accessible inside a non-static method. So now I wanted to see vice versa case, like I wanted to use this non-static method inside a static method. Okay, so there might be some chances of using like this, but you have to understand the concept, right? So that is what I am trying to project over here. See here, is it possible? No, it is not possible. So that's the reason why it is showing an error. From this, what we can conclude is static method cannot access any non-static method. Okay, so in another way, I can say like this: static method can access only static properties. So that means properties in the sense it can be a variable, it can be a method. Okay, but whereas coming to non-static method can accept static properties as well as non-static properties. So that means everything can be accessible inside a non-static method, but whereas coming to static means it supports only static. That is what we learned. You have any questions or concerns?
I have a question.
Yeah.
The main method is also a static method, right?
Yeah.
We are able to access by using the object. So these static methods, we can't use the object over here.
Yeah, you can very well.
No.
So that means, yeah, I got your question. What was his question is something like this. So, yeah, I will explain this question. So please give me 1 or 2 minutes. Meanwhile, I wanted to take up another question. Why? Because it's a more of standard question. Okay. So like I don't want to get confused. Okay. So please wait, Pratap. Please wait. I will answer in another 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there any other questions you have? I'm asking everyone. So is there any other
Uh,
questions you have?
my
Yeah.
one question.
Yeah.
So we are calling those as static methods, and what do we call as non-static methods? Like only non-static, or is there any name for those?
Yeah. The only classification as static or non-static. That's it. No other name.
So we don't have any something like called instance methods or something.
Yeah. If it is non-static means how you will be calling that? How you will be calling that with the use
That's what
instance of that?
that's what I'm
Yeah.
instance, right?
Yeah. We can say
So
instance methods.
instance method. So I'm asking like, are there any other like instance?
No, actually, that is as per our convenience, we can name it. Okay. So as it is dependent on how you are going to call this particular show method with the use of, see here, with the use of object of this class. Object of this class is nothing but instance, right? So that means you can say that instance method. Okay. When you are looking this method in the perspective of instance, then you can say it is a instance method. But our perspective is something like we are purely focusing on static. So that's the reason why I wanted to call this as a non-static method.
Okay.
You got my point, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So that means it doesn't mean like we cannot call this as a instance method. We can very well call this as a instance method. Okay. The reason being is it is dependent on object of this particular class. Object is nothing but instance of the class. Okay, but as we have focused on static, so that's the reason why I wanted to classify everything like, so this is a static variable, I'm saying this is non-static variable. So this is also called as like a instance variable. That is what we have already learned, but actually our focus is on only static. Okay, so this is a non-static method and this is static method. So any other questions you have? Otherwise I will be answering that Pratap question. No, right? Okay. So let me answer the Pratap question. What was his question is something like this. This static, right? So main is also a method and its type is static. Okay. And it is coming up with a keyword called static. So that means this is also a static method. Okay. So this static method is able to access static variable as well as static method, and along with those static properties, it is being it is being accessed with non-static method also, right? Is it not non-static method? So how it is possible? That is what his question. Okay, so if it is possible means, can't we access this show method, can't we access this non-static show method inside static method with the help of the same, whatever the procedure you have been using inside a main method, the same procedure like creating object, and with that object can we call this show method over here? That is what his question. If you understand the question, I can start explaining that answer. You understand the question or you want me to come again? I'm asking other folks, not Pratap.
I understand.
Okay, you understand, right? Okay, so if you closely look at this main method, so this main is also a method and it is coming up with a keyword static. So that's the reason why this will be considered like a static method. So as it is a static method, it can very well access static variable and it can very well access static method. So there is no concern. That is what we have been discussing in this static method also. That is what we have been discussing in this static method also. And whereas coming to these two lines like 20 and 21st line, if you look at these two lines, okay, so you are accessing non-static method inside a static method. How it is being possible over here? With the help of a object of that particular class. Okay, so as it is a main method, okay, So you are not just bothering about this main method. Why? Because this is the syntax we have to follow, that is given by, that is regularized, that is regularized by the JVM. So that's the reason why we have been following without any questions. As I said, it is the syntax you have to follow. But whereas coming to this static method, it is defined by us. It is defined by us, and we are creating and we are trying to access some non-static method inside a static method. If you directly trying to access, it is not possible. But with the help of this object, let's try again. Anyways, this is also in the same class, right? So just I wanted to copy paste these two lines over here. Let's see what would happen. So here, just instead of maintaining same name, just I wanted to make two different. Is it accessible? Yes, you can very well access. But how it is possible? How it is possible? You are creating object for this particular class, and with that object you are accessing. But directly it is not possible. That is what you have to understand. So now Control S and Control F11. One second. Static method 7. So this is something like it is being executed indefinite times. Okay, the reason being is like, if you look at this program, this is not a good program, I can say. But actually I have to make sure, I had to make sure everything is covered in this program. So that's the reason why I had to write program like this. Okay, so why I am saying it is not a good program is like there is no order over here. Agreed? No? Confused? Okay, let me explain why it is not in order. The reason being is, if you want, if you are you have been writing number of programs, but where exactly you are starting the program, so that is from main method. So this main method, I printing and display you are printing, and you are creating object, and here you are calling show method. Okay, so that means it is going to show method. Okay, so now here again you have a call to display method. Okay, so that means it is coming to here. So inside a display method, again you are creating a object, and again with that object you are calling show. So that means again it is coming here, and here it is finding display method, and again it is coming here, and here it is finding show, and it is going here, and again coming back and going back, coming back, going back, coming back, going back. So that means that's the reason why you are getting stack overflow error. You understood?
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of a indefinite loop. It never ends. It never ends. So that is the problem with this program. Okay, so that is only because of I wanted to explain everything in the simple same program. Okay, so that's the reason why it is being happened. Don't get confused with the output. Okay, please look at the compilation errors. Okay, if you don't have any compilation error, means it is accessible. Agreed? Guys, I'm asking question. So are you able to accept this?
Yes.
Yes, that's great. Okay, so don't get confused. Okay, so suppose if you wanted to access this program, is you can remove this kind of interlinks. So display, unnecessarily I'm calling this display from here, right? Is it not? Okay, so now see here, you will be calling display. In that display again you are calling show. So show will be going here. From there it ends, right? That is what I believe. Let's try to execute this program now. See now, are we getting that Stack Overflow error now? Guys, I'm asking question.
No.
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 Okay. So you have to practice like that. Okay. You have to do as mistakes. Okay. So so you have to do more number of mistakes, then only you can understand the concepts. Okay, you have to practice like this. Okay, you have seen a error scenario and you have seen why that you have understood why that error we were getting, and now we have resolved that error and you do not see that error now. Understood? Shall I go ahead?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Can't we use the object that is created in the main method directly, or do we need to create one more object?
Okay. So what he is saying like this. Okay, so what is he saying is we have already created an object SD. That object I wanted to use over here to call this particular show method. Okay, so compilation, it is not possible, right? Okay, so why it is not possible? Let's check here why it is not possible. Okay, so see here, so these two statements, compilation or execution starts from main method, right? So execution starts from main method. So as you do not have any issues with these two lines, okay, so you don't have any
Yes.
issue with this line number 20. Okay, what about this display you are calling? So while you are calling this display method means it is going here. Okay, it is going here and then it is displaying this method, and then it is not able to identify what is this SD is it not?
Yeah, yeah.
You understood that problem? So that's the reason why we are getting compilation error. I think you understood.
Uh, if
So
we if,
what in case if you give the display at the last?
Okay,
yeah,
that's a great question actually. Okay, let me try that also. Yeah. Nasrin, are you getting confused? No, right? Okay, she's on mute, I think. So Control X. Oh, what do you say now?
Uh, yeah, still getting the
Still getting.
compiler.
The reason being is you are just making a call to display. You are not passing this SD2 over here as like a parameter. Okay, so if you wanted to use the same object means you have to pass here that SD object. Okay, so that SD object, so if you are passing that means here also you have to use that. Am I confusing you guys? So now it is possible. I'm asking you question. Am I confusing you?
Yeah, just seeing the program.
Okay, that's great. You got surprised of seeing this program, I think. So that's the reason why you are looking at that. So no.
Yeah.
Okay, so no surprise. Okay, so nothing miracle happened over here. What you are just doing is you have prepared a SD object. That SD object you are passing as a parameter. Okay, so now here you are treating that as a parameter. So SD dot show, that's it. So as like any other program, if you go to that addition program, okay, if you go to this addition program, what you are doing here, you are passing 5 and 6 that you are catching to the parameters, and from there you are using here. How you are going to use over here, that is up to you. But how to pass a parameter like this? Okay, so the same way we are doing here also. Is it not? So you are preparing a object that is static keyword demo. Okay, that object you are passing over here. Okay, so that you are getting as a parameter and you are making use of that. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, so these are the number of ways you can make use of that. Okay, so you can play with that actually. Okay, so you can play with that. Okay, but as it is the class, I have to focus on everyone. Okay, so I have to make sure like everybody has to understood the concept. Okay, so these kind of modifications in the program you can practice on your own. Okay, if you have any questions you can come back to me, I will try to explain that. Okay, if you are unable to follow. Right.
Yes.
Okay. So everybody able to follow this program, or am I confusing you with these modifications? I guess no. Right?
So, Mahesh,
You got
so
an
here the line number 24, you gave display parameters, you gave SD, right?
right.
And so that the SD, the name of the object you're passing on the line number 11,
Okay.
and line number 16 SD dot show. Okay, you're calling that method again.
Right.
But okay, but why are you passing
If you are not
SD?
passing means it is not recognizing that you have already seen, right? We were getting a compilation error.
Okay,
Okay. So, but still I wanted to make sure like we do not have any compilation error and we wanted to access that. Okay. So that's the reason why I had to make these changes. Okay. And now here you have a SD object that you are passing here. Here you can maintain some other name also. SD1 you can take, and the same variable name you can maintain over here also. There is nothing wrong over here.
but you said like static cannot access non-static method, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that is what I
So
proved in the line 14th, right?
yeah, that's what I mean. But line 14. But again, you are just passing only the parameter,
Okay.
but still you are accessing.
That is
Uh,
that is what I was saying, right? So these are like exceptional cases. These are like exceptional cases. These are not comes under concepts. These are like exceptional cases.
okay.
Okay, so these are not comes under concepts actually. So that's the reason why. So when I say concepts means that is like as simple as such. See here in the 14th line what you are doing, you are just calling that method, and that is not possible. Okay,
Yes.
but still you might be caught up with some situation like where you wanted to access like that means you can very well access. Okay, so for that I wanted to quote some simple example before you. So yesterday only we have learned private, right?
Yes.
Okay, private access modifier. So that means whatever the variables or methods with the private, those are accessible inside only particular class. That's it. That is what you understood, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there is some exceptional scenario also where you can access private properties. I mean private variables and methods outside of the class also. Then what do you say?
Okay.
So that means so there are some exceptional cases in Java. So they are like provided with alternative solutions. Okay, so like suppose in your real-time scenario, you had to make, that means in your project you had to make your variables as private only. Okay, and you have given your class to particular client. Okay, so there in their class they cannot call your variables, but actually you have completed your class and that you have handed over to your client. Okay, so that means you are handing over to your client means they should be able to access your class, right? Is it not? But actually what you have made, your variables and methods you have made as a private. Okay, but still you have given them to use your application, that means your class, Okay, as it is private, they cannot make use of that. In that case, what they will be doing is they can't do anything. So that means in that case they have to use approach called exceptional case, that is reflection. With the use of reflection concept, they can make use of that private properties also. How it would be done, we are going to see at later point of time. For now, don't worry, just learn the concepts first, then you can think about the exceptional cases.
Okay.
Agreed?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No, you know the parameterized method, right? So similar way, like we are sending instead of int values to the other method, so you are sending the reference of this object to other method. We can say something like that.
Yeah, yeah, that is very well understood. I think his question is something like I said in the line number 14, what is the statement I have made is like static methods cannot access non-static methods. That was the statement I have made. So he wanted to contradict on that statement by seeing the statement on 16th. So what is the 16th line says? So the show method is a non-static method, so this is a static method. Static method very well can access this non-static method. So that means whatever the statement you have made on line number 14 is contradicting to the line number 16. That is what his question.
Yeah, that is because I mean because of that object, right? It is possible.
Of course, he is not bothering about with the use of something, something, something. He is not bothering about that. Anyway, you are just talking about accessibility. Is it accessible or not? It is accessible. That is what his question. Am I right, Pratap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so don't go to an argument stage over here. Okay, you understood this concept, I think. Okay, so let's come back to our PPT. That is what or written over here. Static method cannot use in non-static data member, and at the same time, static method cannot call the non-static method directly. See here, the statement what we are mentioning here, directly. So that means with the help of or with the use of some non-direct way, we can access that. That is what it is saying. Is it not? That is what we have already seen. Okay. So I don't need to mention this. Why we have to mention like directly. Okay. So now here this and super cannot be used in static context. So this is a keyword actually as like a static. So this is a keyword and super is also a keyword. Super is also a keyword as like a static keyword. Okay, so these two keywords we cannot make use in static context. Okay, so you I think I have not covered this and super keywords for now. Okay, so don't worry about this statement, you will be understanding at later point of time. Okay, agreed. Shall I proceed further?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. So that is what we have seen, static variable and static method, and we are left with static block. Okay, so static block is something like uh, when the execution would start, from where execution starts, that is starts from main method, right? Is it not? Agreed?
Yes.
Okay, so that is proved in many programs we have been seeing. Okay, so now prior to this I wanted to have some static block. Static block is something like this. Okay, so just I wanted to have some println statement. Okay, so I have a statement something like this. Okay, so just I wanted to comment this line also. Okay, So I have this program, I have a non-static method, I have a static method. So here I have a main method. Okay, so along with this I have a static block. Okay, so now how to, so the block, static block can be declared like this. So what is the purpose of this static block? So I wanted to highlight with the execution of this program. So let me execute this program. So can you guess what would be the output? See here. So what is the order of execution actually? So first it has to print the I value, right? Is it not? So then it has to print the show method, and then it has to print the display method. Is it not? Guys, I'm asking question.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So but actually if you look at this static block, so that comes first, and then your main method execution starts. So from this, what I wanted to convey is, here itself I have made a statement, static block loads along with the class. So that means, so at the time of class loading itself, if you wanted to load some variables or some methods or something else, then you can make use of static block. That means before before calling your main method, if you wanted to do something else means you can do with the help of a static block.
Sir, if both are present in two different classes, then also the same scenario?
Yeah, right. So whenever that particular class is being loaded, at that time itself your static block gets executed. I'm not just saying loading, it is gets executed. So first it gets executed. It doesn't matter where you are writing. So Control X, and I am going to write over here. There's nothing wrong, but I will be getting the same output. See here. Can we write outside of the class? No, right?
In another class,
In another class you can very well write it. But outside of the class, you cannot write. The reason is Java is a pure object oriented programming language. So that means everything you have to write inside the class only. You cannot write anything outside of the class. Okay, so let's go back to this PPT. What it is saying, Java static block, it is used to initialize the static data member. So that means if you wanted to initialize static data member means variable, you can very well use it. It is executed before main method at the time of class loading. That is what I have shown in a program.
So it will only execute only static numbers or any variable, any kind of variable.
No, as it is a static means, so if it is a static property, I can say property means it can be a method or a block, anything. It is going to accept only static. It's not like,
Okay,
if
it
it
will
is
become
not
static
means,
static method or variable indirectly.
yeah,
If you are declaring something in the static block.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so if it is static, if it is related to static means it can access only static things. If it is non-static means it can access static as well as non-static. That's the basic funda.
So the keyword is always static, just a static.
Yeah, that's it. It's a keyword. See here, you can see in different color, right? Is it not? So that means that
Yeah.
is being identified by the compiler. That is being identified by the JVM.
No, no, not that one. I mean the block, static block,
Yeah, that is also same.
just static. Okay.
Yeah, just static. So that's the reason why I'm discussing over here. So what is my intention of this session is, I wanted to let you understand everything related to static keyword. So that static keyword can be applied to a variable, you understood, can be applied to a method, you understood, can be applied to a block, that you understood. So now my question is, you understood static keyword, and you understood constructors. So now my question is, can we have static constructors? Okay, so that you can try it out on your own. I'll be explaining. If you are unable to come up with the answer, I'll be explaining tomorrow. Okay, so I need yes or no. If it is yes, you have to justify. If it is no, you have to justify. Okay, so that is the takeaway for you. Okay, so we'll be discussing in the next session. You got my point.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Next, I wanted to copy this program in the chat. You can, if you want, you can practice the same. That covers everything. Okay, so if you don't have any other questions, we can wrap it up today. Okay, and tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we are not going to have any session. So again, I'll be meeting on Monday morning, that is our time. So for you, it's like Sunday night.
Okay. Uh,
Are we on
can
the
we
same
replay
page?
the session if we want?
Sorry.
Can we replay this session like it is recorded, right?
Right.
So how can we replay this if we want to hear it again? I mean,
Yeah, I think I have to forward. I'll be forwarding.
yeah, please do the.
Yeah, yeah, I'll be mailing. Okay, I have your mail ID.
Okay.
I'll be mailing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
are we on the same page? Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we will be not having session, and again we will
Yes.
be meeting on Sunday night. That is your time.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, you can practice these programs and you can go through that website. Okay. So please try to go through that website also. Okay. So that is what my sincere
Okay.
suggestion, and you can practice these many as possible. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you guys. Thanks for your time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Goodbye.